last project, I decided since I have everything out and I got this built, this cart was gonna happen anyway, so I decided to go pick it up today since it was on sale, and just want to get this set up now so I can use it sooner than later. So this is the 30-inch service cart. So this will be the last of it, and I'll get this thing set up here shortly. This box is in a lot better shape than the other one I had for the other cart, but let me get this open. Alright, so this is the box opened up. Got the same color. I'm not even sure it comes in other colors, but I'm going to get this unpacked and get this laid out and see what I'm dealing with. I have a funny feeling the screws and everything will be different, so I got to clean up my magnet trays and get those reset up, and this one I don't think should take that long. We'll see. Okay, I just unpacked everything. A little bit different from the other unit over there. The wheels, same, 2 locking, 2 normal. There were 2 bags of hardware. This one's got a mixed one of long screws, washers, and some short ones, so that'll be interesting. And then these here are all the same size, so we'll be working with that. So far the instructions kind of look the same. Attach the wheels, and then attach the top here to the tray, and then put the brackets on, and we'll go from there. So yeah, this should be a no-brainer. I am going to use my chair as a lazy Susan. I'm going to attach the wheels, and I'll be able to spin it on there. So I did this with my last one, and it worked really well. So the idea, so I'll sit here, attach the wheels, spin her around, and take care of it. So I'll let the process begin. Okay, so the hardware is a little different. We're using all different bit sizes, and these are all metric, not US. So yeah, a little different. So it's going to take, this one might even take more time because there's a lot of jumping around and more attention to detail. All right, we got time. All right. So locking casters, 15 washer and 13 lock nut. Okay. To dig some bits out. So I got my set here. And here we go. All right, so pretty easy. Got the carriage bolt. Go down. You got a washer and a nut, and go underneath and get that started. I'm not going to tighten anything up until they're all flipped over. No big deal. The difference in these wheels, these do not have a grease fitting, just like not like the 5-drawer. So it's a little different there. That's okay. So that's on there. So easy there. Stick these here. Drop carriage bolts in there. They're all shorties. And then the washer and the bolt through the bottom. And again, this makes it really nice just to sit still. Have your hardware in one place, and then just spin this around and look good. Again, these are only hand tightened in there. All right, so I got these loosely on here. I did get shorted 2 of the carriage bolts. However, because I built that one earlier today, I had some leftover hardware from there, so I actually used 2 carriage bolts that were left over, so it worked out for me. But just it kind of sucked. But here we go. I'm going to flip this over, and then I'm going to tighten her up. But The show is not over yet because I was shorted too. I got plenty of the hardware and stuff, but for some reason I was shorted some hardware. Not good. Alright, and I didn't see any on the floor here either, so alright, we'll move on. Okay, so I got this on my I don't know, chair here from Harbor Freight. I use it to spin it around. I put the screws in upside down that way. Not gonna work because in the screws I threw the bottom, and then you won't have a flat surface to put things in. So I had to take them off and just flip them over this way. So should have known better, but gotta go fix those now. So line these up and then feed them up through the bottom. So all right, this works much better with the screws the right way. So this is flat, so when you lay something on here, it'll be good. All right, so this part's done. Yeah, so moving on. Okay, so the next part is attaching this top tray to the drawer. These keys are different than the ones that come on the 5 shelf. Let me get the other ones here. These are a normal flat key, and these are the ones on the 5 drawer units. A little different, which is good because I'll be able to tell them apart when I'm working out in the garage. So for me to attach line these holes up, I'm going to have to take this drawer out for me to attach the hardware up through there. So I'll do that now and keep driving forward. Okay, so my idea of putting the top on with the drawer in was never going to work. The instructions don't tell you how to take this drawer out, but there's clips here and you have to push them down or up. It depends how yours is laying. So if you push this one up when it's in the bracket, it'll slide out, and there's one on each side. So I'll show you that later. That was not even mentioned in the instructions. So, you know, I had to take a deep breath. And so you got the screws here. There was no way you were gonna get to it. If the drawer was in there and you reached underneath there, it was just be impossible unless you got a special tool to do it. But it turned out good. Again, instructions weren't the greatest, but I figured it out. All right, so now that it's out, you don't even need to put the drawer in until you put the legs in that end. So the drawer was in place for shipping purposes. I get that. I just wish the instructions were a little bit more clear, but that's okay. So we'll move on now. So I've got the top on here. It's pretty, you kind of know which parts what. And then this will slide in there when we're done. But now I got to put the arms on, which are right here, and get that all screwed together, and then we're almost done. So this one's taking a little more time. I don't know, maybe because I didn't watch any videos on it. But some of the angles and stuff are just a little bit different. But I mean, all in all, and basically it's the same as far as putting it together. This drawer was a little bit different, so no big deal. This one did not come with this under tray having this pad in here, which is fine. I will get some other material to line those, just to soak up whatever liquids and greases that might be for underneath here. So if I get these two put together, or this one put together, and I got that one done already, then tomorrow I'll come back in and set this up the way I like it. So yeah, it's a little slow going, but I got nothing else to do. Okay, so we got the legs on, casters, and now I turned this upside down, and what I'm going to do is flip this over here and attach it. And then once I get it connected, then I'm going to flip it back on the wheels and then put the drawer in. That's how I did it with the 5 corner, since I was only here by myself like I am now, and that box was really, really heavy to drop in there. It was better to flip it on its back, on top, attach the legs. It was much easier to get line, and it went pretty quick. So I'm going to do the same here and attach this area here to the corner here. So I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 16 screws to go, and I think that pretty much will complete it. The instructions don't say that. It says attach the legs onto here, but I think it's just best to get this all done here, getting all tightened up, and just having it supported there. It's easier to work with this than that down there. So You'll see how it goes, and then I'll have to attach the end caps, the silver ones there, so that's what those longer screws are for. And then once that's done, pretty much will be it. So then I'll have the pair, and I'll be ready to get all my detailing stuff in here. Put my buckets in here, my microfibers and my buffers and you name it, orbital sanders and all that good stuff in here. So that's the plan. I don't know, we'll get that put together tomorrow. But so far so good. Once I get this put together, I'll be done for the night and got all the garbage, and I'm gonna go burn all that. So yeah, this one wasn't too bad. I think I ran out of steam. We're not as excited as I was when I put that one together. But I knew I needed to do this, and I had this garage laid out this way with this rug on here, because once I clean up, I just want to be done with it and not have to throw it out again. So yeah, so continue on. Okay, there's no doubt this is the way to go. So you flip the cart upside down and see how you got the support here. You're not actually having to lift and hold things. And then you get those all lined up there and stick those in and flip them in. Yeah. So that's good. So far so good. So I'll get those in and get them loosely tightened together. I might have to lay it on its side, but right now I think this is probably for one person the best way to do it, unless you got someone to help you. But yeah, it's coming along. Okay, that was the way to do it. So this next part is when I had it on the ground, I stuck these in here and hand tightened them over there, and you're just doing the fronts right now. And then once you determine your handles will go and use these squares here. So not squares, but these holes right here. So again, take your time. And then we'll get that all tightened up, get that in, and then let's put the drawer in, and then we're done. So slow and steady. It's a little harder working with smaller hardware compared to the other one, if I'm making a comparison. But this is gonna work out really nice. Yeah, and the reds look like they match. Red's a tough one, especially when you got different lots and different color, but we'll see what it looks like when I put them next to each other. But right now I think they look pretty much the same. And they actually came from 2 different Harbor Freights, so anyway. All right, so I got the handles on. This one on with the longer screws here, and they screwed in here. Yeah, it's a solid cart. I haven't put the drawer in yet, but yeah, this is gonna be nice. This is gonna be really nice. Yeah, last step is put this bad boy in and call her good. All finished. It went in pretty good. Yeah, so I'm happy with this. This will be the one to work around and push around the car as I'm detailing. So tomorrow we'll get all the product in it, and I'll put this next to the other one. And yeah, it's gonna work out quite well actually. It's a long time overdue. So if you ever thought about doing these, you know, get them on sale. Take your time doing it. I just did mine today, one shot, since we're in quarantine. And yeah, that kind of works out for storage. So yeah. Yep. So I guess what I'll need to do with this guy is I'm gonna see if I can get a mat like that and put it in the bottom here. I think I do have another one. I might have to cut it down, but I think it's gonna work out quite well. So yeah, would I buy this again? Yeah, I would. For the money, you can't beat it. They look good. They lock. It's nice. It's secure. They roll around. Probably better with 2 swivel wheels on it, but it's not nothing that I use on a daily basis, so it's more of a hobby type thing. Maybe down the road I'd change it, but so far I think it's gonna work. So try and do another video with everything in it. So thanks for watching. Peace.